Zachary, to start, your character, he feels like he's kind of failing as a father, and he winds up turning to alcohol. How is it portraying that pain he's going through? Because he deeply wants to connect with his son and what he expected being a father would be, and life just had different plans.
Yeah, I mean, you hit the nail on the head. When I am in 2 months' time, I'm about to become a father for the first time myself, which I'm very excited about.
Congrats.
Thank you. But even though I was not a father at the time, I was an uncle, still am an uncle. And I know what it's like to be in a position in my life where life is not unfolding the way that I expected it. And I think that everybody can resonate with that, right? We all have these ideas of what our life is supposed to be, where our life is supposed to be going, and then things don't add up, and it becomes a sense of anxiety and turmoil, and that can often lead to a lot of self-medicating. I have found myself in that position myself. So I was able to dig into a lot of that in my own personal experience. And I think that there's something really beautiful and redemptive about that, right? Because we're not perfect. And we don't end up having this perfect life that we all expect that we're supposed to have. And I think that that's one of the main themes of this film, is this radical acceptance of not what we're expecting, but rather the life that God gives us, and the beauty in all of that, the gift that is in Austin. Scott sees these imperfections of this, osteogenesis imperfecta and this autism, and he's like, no, this is not, this was not a part of the plan. This is not what I was hoping for or expecting. And so he resists and he resists and he resists, only to be brought to his knees in, I think, a really beautiful way, to finally recognize that he was struggling first and foremost with his own self-loathing, and not loving himself. And his son is the perfect vehicle and blessing in disguise that is showing him what it means to accept and to embrace and to love unconditionally. And then that helps him to really heal and evolve as a human being. So it's powerful.
Yeah, that's wonderfully put. And Jacob, you have a great performance in this film, and you get to deliver one of the all-time great monologues, that "You can't handle the truth" speech from A Few Good Men in this. How is it getting to, perform such a memorable scene in this film? That's a really incredible moment.
That's a good question. It was very fun to do, I'd say. It was difficult to learn, but me and my acting coach, we went into our room and we took it piece by piece, and we did a couple sentences and then a couple sentences, and eventually we just put it all together. It wasn't too difficult to do, just going into the room, doing it again and again, but it was fun. I think that scene is a big part of film history, and so it was fun to just read it out to the screen like that.
Yeah, it's a great moment. And Zachary, did you get to meet the real Scott LeRette? And if so, what stood out about talking with him?
Yeah, we were really fortunate that even though it was, peak pandemic, the LeRettes were able to join us for a lot of the filming. So we were able to spend quality time with them, kind of glean their energy. Although we're all very different in real life, there's, plenty of crossover in just being human beings. Scott is a good man who loves his family, and sees the power of the transformational journey that they were all on, which is what led him to writing the book that this film is based on to begin with. So, for us, I think the challenge, or the onus was to just do right by them, to tell their story authentically. Unfortunately, Jon Gunn, our writer-director, he's so talented. He wrote such a beautiful script. So when you have a great script to begin with, the blueprint's there. Then it's just a matter of following that blueprint and making sure that everything is told, with authenticity. And I think that we were able to accomplish that.